Hello boys and girls, it's Miss Ali from the library and her friend the little blue dragon. How are you today? Well, why am I here? You know it, he knows it, and I know it. It's time for a story. And what story do we have today? You'll just have to wait and see because there's one thing we need to do first, isn't there? What's that? Yes. So what is it we need to do? We need to get something all fired up and ready to listen to the story. And we rub our hands together. Are you rubbing your hands together? Come on, he's doing it in his head. Right, and imagine. Imagine, imagine, imagine a story. Imagine, imagine, imagine. Oh, he's getting so excited. A book. Imagine, imagine, imagine a story. Open our eyes and let's have a look. He's very excited, little blue dragon is. So what picture book we have today is The Wizard of Oz. Now, this is quite interesting because this is a book that was originally written by somebody else, Frank L. Baum. And I've got copies of those in the library. Nice, big, thick novel, work of lots of pages and lots of stories. But this is a very special book because it's taken the story of the Wizard of Oz and made it into a picture book. So it's actually been retold and illustrated by Mauro Evangelista. Okay, so thank you for creating. Obviously, this author and illustrator has read the real book, the first book, and used his imagination to create the pictures and to put the story together. Now, that's all very well to take an idea, and lots of artists, lots of writers do that. As you might know, Miss Ali's favourite types of books are fairy tales. And fairy tales have been handed down for years, hundreds of years, and lots of different authors and illustrators have rewritten the story. Stories are amazing and what they do to spark our imagination. So, who else do I need to thank? I always say thank you to the author and illustrator, but there's somebody else that makes their ideas into something like this that I can go to the shop and buy to put onto the bookshelves. And that is a special kind of company. Can we remember what that kind of company is? Can I hear you? What's that? He knows. Yes, it's the publisher. So the publisher for this book, and in fact we can see their little publisher's logo there, is Usborne Children's Book. So thank you, Usborne. So before I open the covers, what do I always do? I look on the back of the book. I think little blue dragon wants to go to sleep. He's so excited. He wants me to get on and read the story. So it's the blurb, isn't it? The blurb gives us a little bit more information about what we're going to find inside. Are you ready for adventure? Join Dorothy and her little dog Toto on the yellow brick road as they set off to explore the magical land of Oz. Ooh. Are you ready? Are you ready? What's that? He's ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Excellent. So let's have a look. So I'll show the pictures here. It's not much room. Dorothy lived on a lonely farm in Kansas with her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em and her little dog Toto. And with that, there we are. Now, one day the wind began to howl. It's a whirlwind, cried Aunt Em. Everyone into the cellar. But Toto had dashed for the cover under the bed. The wind blew harder and harder, and suddenly it spun the house into the air. Oh, gosh. The house sailed through the sky and landed with a bump. Dorothy poked her head outside and saw some friendly faces. Welcome to Oz! Please, how do I get home? She asked. You'll need to see the wizard, said a woman. He lives in the Emerald City at the end of the yellow brick road. And she gave Dorothy a pair of sparkling silver shoes for the journey. Oh, so there they go. They're going to Oz, or Emerald City. Oh, look who she met there. Dorothy's new shoes tinkled on the yellow bricks as she walked along the road. Hello there, called a scarecrow. Where are you going? To see the wizard, replied Dorothy. Can I come? Said the scarecrow. I want to ask the wizard for some brains. Of course, said Dorothy with a smile. And they set off down the road singing a song. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because of the wonderful things he does. Now, a few miles on, they saw a Tin Man. He stood stock still, his arms stuck behind his head. Help, he grunted. I'm rusted up. Dorothy picked up a nearby oil can and trickled oil onto his stiff joints. We're on our way to see the wizard, she said. Can I come? Asked the Tin Man. I want to ask the wizard for a heart. Of course you can, said Dorothy and the scarecrow, and they set off again down the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because of the wonderful things he does. They had barely set off again when a lion leapt out of the trees with a terrible roar. The scarecrow trembled, but Toto barked. Oh, yelped the dragon. Don't hurt me. I heard you talking about the wizard and I want him to make me brave. Please let me come with you. Of course you can come with us. And so they all set off again along the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because of the wonderful things he does. Now, the four of friends followed the yellow brick road as it wound on and on, past forests and rivers and fields, and at last they came to the city of glittering emeralds. A gatekeeper gave them each a pair of green glasses and led them to the wizard's palace. I'll help you if you'll help me, said the wizard. First, you must kill the wicked witch. Now, the wicked witch lived in a castle guarded by wolves and crows. Urgh. But the Tin Man fought off the wolves, and the Scarecrow scared away the crows. Furious, the witch summoned her flying monkeys. Soon the friends were prisoners in her castle. "Now you're my slaves!" "Ha ha 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 ha!" she cackled. "Get to work!" Then the witch noticed Dorothy's beautiful silver shoes. "I want those shoes," thought the witch. She waited until Dorothy was fetching a pail of water. Then she pushed her and pounced. Dorothy was so annoyed by this that she threw the water all over the witch. And at once the wicked witch melted away into a mucky, dirty puddle of water. "She's gone!" cried Dorothy, quickly putting on her shoes. "We can claim our reward." The wizard's rewards were rather strange. First, he gave the Scarecrow a handful of pins. "Now I'm as sharp as a pin," said the Scarecrow. Then he gave the Tin Man a heart-shaped cushion. And for the lion, there was a bottle marked courage. Last of all, the wizard showed Dorothy a hot air balloon. "We'll fly home," he said. But the rope snapped and the balloon took off without her. "Go to the good witch Glinda," called the wizard. "She'll help you." Oh dear, he's not much of a wizard, is he? I mean, after all that, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. But Dorothy was in deep despair, but her friends took her to Glinda's palace. I'm stuck in Oz," Dorothy sobbed, standing before the throne. "Don't worry," said Glinda kindly. "The silver shoes will take you home. Just knock the heels together and wish." What do you think she wished? I'll tell you, I think she wished, "There's no place like home. There's no place like home." Dorothy and Toto whirled through the air and landed back on the farm. There stood Aunt Em in front of a brand new farmhouse. Dorothy ran up and threw her arms around her. "I've been on an amazing adventure," she said. "But oh, I'm so glad to be home." And Toto barked as if to say, "Me too." Okay, so what do we think of that? I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? What was that? Little Blue Dragon says he agrees there's no place like home, where you know that the people around you love you very, very much. Now, when you're bigger, you might want to read Dorothy's Adventures in Oz, which are a lot bigger, a bigger book. But for now, I think that was a lovely story with some beautiful illustrations. Have a lovely day and see you next time. Bye. I forgot to say it's goodbye from the Little Blue Dragon and it's goodbye from me. Bye.